more stability to it. But you know, in some sense, the more friends you have, the more open you are to other friends, because you see friends of your friends, and Facebook's always suggesting, you know, why don't you connect to this person, and so there's been people who model that in great detail, and it does change it changes the dynamics of this, but it's kind of a technical discussion. I actually went to a networks conference where there were a lot of people from Facebook, the company, there, and they do a huge amount of modeling and, as you can imagine, trying to understand how their network works and, you know, how much they can learn about you and how to target advertisers to you from their network.
One of your compatriots no longer alive, also a Hungarian, I think Johnny von Neumann, I think this is probably inaccurate memory in my point, was talking about trying to analyze complex systems where you have to plug in assumptions. You have a lot of factors involved. You see that with economic models, and you also see it with weather and climate change predictions. There are so many factors that when you get to a certain point of so many factors that it really becomes almost impossible, even with a high-powered computer, to come up with anything close to the right answer. And I'd just like to hear your thoughts on that.
Yeah, so all of science has that problem. Some problems are amenable to simplified modeling, and some are less amenable because of they have so many factors that have so much influence. It's an issue, and so the question is, how do you figure out which factors matter? So one example of that, the Human Genome Project, right, mapped out all the genomes, all the genes in the human genome, and people thought that that would help us, you know, figure out different diseases and how to fit their genetic basis and how to cure them with genetic engineering. It didn't happen because it turned out there were a lot more factors, which one of the main ones was how the genes actually are networked with each other, how they control each other. There's a huge amount of genetic regulation and genetic networking. So we have to figure out, we have to understand sort of what is the right level at which to model a system. And von Neumann in particular was interested in modeling the weather and found that